Jim, do you feel the first 20 minutes is hamstrung what was a really encouraging performance?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably clear to everybody, we lost the game in that opening 10-minute period. We're extremely disappointed with the goal and the manner of the goal. It's not been like us, to be honest. It came actually from our own throw-in. We weren't able to retain possession, and then we left ourselves a little bit wide open in the middle of the park. I do think we probably could make a challenge, or slightly a cynical foul at the time when Lawrence gets the wrong side of us. We didn't. He gets the break of the ball then on the 18-yard line, and it's a very good finish from a Rangers perspective. It was clear to us then, that the shape wasn't working, and that's on me. Obviously, I set the players up in a certain way to play. We didn't feel there was any requirement to change the team, the personnel or the system, because it's been working so well up to now in the last 8 games, and obviously we've had 3 clean sheets coming into this one, playing that way. But we felt we had to get an extra body into the middle of the park, and that's why we made the change of system. We went to the 4-3-3, Doherty in the middle of the park, and then at half time that allowed us to get Fichko on it right back. And I thought the second half performance actually was a lot better. I thought we had a lot more of it. I suppose the real frustration from us all is, for all the good possession that we had in the second half, we weren't able to really carve out any clear-cut, goal-scoring opportunities. Trapanovski's got a couple. He's unfortunate with the ball over the top in behind Tavernier, where it doesn't quite sit down for him, and he's not able to get the shot away. And then he has a moment of quality in the 1v1 where he cuts along the 18-yard line and it's blocked and just narrowly goes by the post for the corner. But over the piece, I think Rangers had 2 or 3 clear-cut chances. The one just on half-time, and obviously Jack Walton makes a really good save down low to his right in the second half, from a counter-attack. So I can't have too many arguments about the result, but I can't fault the players in terms of what they put into the game. They got after Rangers as much as they could. We tried to be aggressive with the press. We tried to force Rangers into turnovers and go in that little bit more direct, and I thought we'd done all of that. And I think the supporters at the end of the game showed their appreciation for what the players put into the game. But ultimately we believed we could get something from the game today. We felt we were in a good place confidence wise. We had good momentum, and just very disappointing that our 8-game unbeaten run comes to an end today.
Does how the game changed in our favour after that tactical tweak give you a bit of food for thought heading into next week's game against Motherwell?
Yeah, I mean, look, we know we've got good flexibility and good options within the squad. That's why so much time and detail goes into the recruitment process. We've got players within the squad that can play in a number of positions. We only carry really 22 players, so it is quite a tight knit squad. But we do have members of the group that can play and fill in different positions, and I think that's important. So the changing to the 4-3-3 wasn't a concern at all. The players are well able to adapt, and I thought they did that really, really well. Had the game finished in a draw, I don't think there would have been too many arguments. But at the same time, like I said, Rangers had the more clear-cut opportunities, and it's that goal that we lose the game to is probably, just the most annoying part of it, because we haven't defended like that in the weeks before.
Given it as only the first defeat in 8 matches, I believe, what did you say to the players after the game about keeping that belief in themselves?
Well, I don't think we can be overcritical of the players. As I said, the shape at the beginning is on me, so that's nothing to do with the players. I thought they adapted really, really well to the changes. I thought there was a real aggression and a physicality to the performance. There was, the boys were fully committed. I think if it was a game that just passed us by and we looked the soft touch, then of course there would be concern. But I know that's not the case with this group. They always give everything. Every time they cross that white line, they give their all for the jersey, and I think that's all you can ask. Today we were beaten by the better team on the day. Sometimes you've just got to be honest about it, as disappointing as that is. But I'm not being too harsh on them, to be perfectly honest. It's we've got to dust ourselves down now this week. We've got a quick turnaround with the game being on Friday evening against Motherwell, so we'll need to make sure that we get the boys recovered as quickly as possible in time for that one.
They probably don't need an incentive, but having that opportunity to get to the National Stadium with just 90 minutes standing between them, that must be exciting for the group.
Yeah, I mean, look, the league is, you know, the bread and butter for a lot of teams in this country, but you know, at the same time, you know, we all love a day out at Hampden, you know, and I've been fortunate enough in my previous jobs to get to semi-finals and finals, and you know, we want to do the same here with Dundee United this season. You know, I think it's the least that our supporters deserve, given what they've been through in the last couple of seasons. So Motherwell have been on a good run prior to the defeat at Aberdeen yesterday. So we know it's going to be a tough test away from home. It always is, but we've got real confidence in the group that we can go there and get the result we want, and hopefully have a day out at the National Stadium to look forward to.